The picture of the UK relative view is a split picture. When it comes to academic research, we're par excellence. When it comes to commercialising, rather than the cost of that, we've got a long way to go. And that's where I think the prize is, that actually it's not just about the invention, it's about the innovation, which means making economic value out of the research and all of the ideas. As going back into the Horizon programme with the European Union will help further the research side, but as I say, and I reinforce my point, we've got to become more commercially minded rather than just academically interested and as well as academically inquiring. I think it's patchy. I think the north of England doesn't see itself as homogenous, and I think the important thing for the north of England is to look at this life sciences sector to say, well, how in 20 years could we make sure that the whole of the north is greater than the sum of its parts around the sort of four key areas of potential growth. I mean, the government has actually identified this is a driver of economic growth for the whole country, and the notion of the UK becoming a life sciences superpower is going to be based on the translation of the academic excellence into the commercial scaled up realities across a number of areas. Not everywhere in the north will be strong in any or all of them, but it's how do we make sure that what I call that platinum polygon of the north is complementary to the challenges of the Golden Triangle, one of which is actually shortage of space. To levelling up gender, life sciences is critical, not only in terms of the economic opportunities, but the social improvements. The Northern Health Science Alliance published a report in 2018, so pre-pandemic, 5 years ago now, and basically say the cost of poor productivity from a poor workforce in the north of England cost UK PLC around £15 billion per annum. Well, that's only gone one way in the last 5 years, and that's gone upwards. So actually, life science to actually create a healthier population as well as driving economic growth is a win-win. It's that 1 + 1 is more than 2. So that we do get the whole is greater than some of the parts, and it is complementary to the Golden Triangle, there needs to be leadership. And it's leadership from the centre, government saying, we want this to happen, where there's devolved places, working with the metro mayors to say, let's not squabble over who leads on this, that, and the other. Let's agree, actually, you lead on this and we'll support, and we will reciprocate in other aspects. And I think that's the important point. The challenge, of course, is in the next 12 months because of political cycles as compared to the decades of economic and growth cycles. It's going to be a bit of a slow burn when it actually needs to be going fast. But the idea that, for example, in the north, that currently a £14 billion a year economic activity could be 50 within a decade or two, in real terms, that's a significant growth and will help position the UK to be that super powerhouse that government envisioned. Without it, it will be suboptimal, in my view. I think they appreciated at a concept level, but not the granularity and the complexity and the fact that actually it's going to be, I don't particularly like this phraseology in terms of economic cycles, but it's slow burn this. This is not going to happen like that. And this is where, more generally, the disconnect between investment and return cycles and political cycles brings things apart. And actually, they should be more co-joined. And the pandemic, as I think, in my view, it's exposed the lack of that connection between what it takes long-term to change an economy and what it takes short-term to be re-elected.